Enter. Ah, hello, little doctor. And what can I do for you tonight? What? You've never seen a dragon with glasses before? Even we can get older, little doctor. Apparently, dragons are not above needing reading glasses. I hope you won't doubt my ability to find a needle in the dead of night, though. I assure you, that I can still do. I do have to admit, though, I like that they make me look distinguished. I know the suits have sort of the same effect, but there is something about glasses, don't you think? They give an air of wisdom. Please, come in, won't you? There's no reason to stand in the doorway. Now, where are my manners? Can I get you a drink? Whiskey, wine, vodka? But dear doctor, that is the best way to... How did you put it? Talk shop? A drink? Discuss a little business? It can make those droll and boring conversations just a bit more bearable. Well, I do hope you won't mind if I have one. At least, take a seat. I assure you, my chairs are much more comfortable than the ones you had in that petty little office of yours. Now, do you really think it's smart to inquire about a mafia boss's business, little doctor? You are already on thin ice. Do you really want to test those cracks? I'm just kidding. I was going over budgets. There have been a lot of charities wanting donations. I'm deciding where I need to pull the money from in order to give back where we can. Oh, now, don't look so shocked. I told you that we do give back when and where we can. This is my territory, and I take care of what's mine. And that includes the people in my domain. Speaking of taking care, I believe you wanted to ask me something. You can always ask, Doctor. You work for me. If there's anything that can make your job less stressful, I'll see what I can do. Oh, yes. A stressed doctor is a sloppy doctor, and I can't have you being sloppy with my people. Oh, fair. But it wouldn't have been so stressful before if you had just followed my instructions. You have no one to blame but yourself for the current situation. I have to say, Doctor, your face, I can read it like an open book. That look of annoyance is somewhat endearing. After having to endure it for this last month, I find myself rather fond of it as of late. Ask me. I won't bite. At least not right away. Well, that wasn't a question. That was a statement. I'm well aware that your usual clientele is weary of coming to my estate. I don't really know what you want me to do about that, though. I've already stated that you don't belong to any of the other gangs, and that you can live in my territory. They can even have free access to your service. I don't know how much clearer I can make it. Now, I really hope your suggestion is not to put some giant neon sign outside of my house. Surely there are less tacky ways to advertise. Now. Now I will bite. No. Now come. My answer should not be that shocking to you. No, you will not be allowed to go back to that pathetic little shithole you came from. It is a shithole. Now there's no denying that. The place looked like it would fall apart with the next stiff wind. You know why my answer's no. Because I can't trust you not to fuck it up again. I gave you a chance, little doctor. In fact, I gave you several, and you squandered them. As such, you've shown me that you need to be under my strict supervision. Now. 1 month of good behavior does not a rehabilitated person make. Oh, I'm not foolish. I know exactly why you've been so good. I know you want to get out from under my ever-watchful eye. But unfortunately, your good behavior has not earned my trust, nor my respect. Is there anything else you need? You have your freedom. You're allowed to roam around the complex. You're allowed to go out into the city. With a guide, of course, to make sure you make it back home safely. You're allowed to run your little clinic however you see fit. Well, then consider it a sentence you'll have to serve. A small punishment for your offense. Limited freedom. And I assure you, it could be much worse.
You could be dead. I could be using your bones as toothpicks. Your skull could have been added to my collection in my trophy room. There are things worse than death that I could have fated you to.
But instead, I gave you what was the equivalent to a slap on the wrist. Consider yourself lucky. Many of my people don't believe I should have been so light with you. Well, while I listened to my advisors on most occasions, I decided to ignore them on this one. How about, instead of constantly trying to push back, maybe you should try to get into my good graces, little one. Your energy would be far better spent that way. I'd make quite the ally instead of this captor you've forced me to play. With my money and my influence, I could make you a clinic that would rival the nearby private hospitals. You could have staff, tools, supplies. You'd be the envy of every institution in the city. You could set your own example of what it truly means to be a doctor. A simple servant to your fellow citizens. You wouldn't have to work out of some old building falling apart at the seams. All I would require is your loyalty to me in return. Your complete and utter loyalty. Fair enough. Your obedience as well. For what you get out of a partnership, doesn't that seem small in comparison? Perhaps it's something to think about then, as you serve out the rest of your time here. Oh, your face is betraying you again, Doctor. You're trying to be composed, but your lips are giving you away. It's funny how even your scowl is cute. No need to be so sour. This isn't a lifetime sentence, Doctor. You just need to prove to me that I can trust you. Prove to me that you'd be an ally, worthy of my money and support. Your life could be so much more fulfilling than it is now. I do have to get back to work, you're correct. Is there anything else I could provide you with? Tools you might need? Equipment? Anything that you can do your job to the fullest? Well then, I'll bid you good evening, and ask for you to kindly leave. I do need to get back to it. Good night, little doctor. You're quite the nut to crack, dear doctor. But I am a dragon, and we dragons are patient. I can wait for you to show your soft and sweet side to me again. Just like that first time we met.